Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with ScooterPie666 and onmyoji. Today, you know what we're going to do? We're going to talk a little bit about the events that are going on, and we're going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Jade, because I had some comments on some videos yesterday, on the video I put up yesterday about spending Jade, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, because I actually, I hate saying this, but I was a little bit wrong yesterday. But we'll get into that in a minute. But you know what, the first thing I'm going to do real quick is I got a little bit of jade, or excuse me, a little bit of coins. And I need to work on speed salts, because I'm like never going to get anywhere if I don't get this guy faster. So let's see here. +5 there. That one's 5 +7, 7, 8, 11. Alright, let's go over this one. Let's see. Speed. Let's try this soul right here. Let's feed this one up. Let's feed this one. Sorry about the furnace. So, coins. Okay, first of all, I want to say I am a massive noob, and apparently I'm still extremely new at this, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. So yesterday I'm doing this video talking about jade, right, and what the best way to spend your jade efficiently is. And then I skipped over and completely forgot to cover one of the most important things to spend jade on. That's right. I was like, you know what? This amulet pack that you spend 1,000 jade on, and you get 11 mystery amulets, and you get, what else you get? You get, I can't remember how many coins. Like, is it 20,000 coins maybe? I think it's 20,000. For 1,000 jade. I'm not gonna talk about that. That's exactly what I did yesterday. He's like, crap. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. It's fine. It'll be alright. We'll make it through this video. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. I totally freaking I didn't actually say I'm not gonna talk about it. It was early in the morning. I'm making excuses. I didn't have much time. I know. I'm making excuses. It's lame. It's lame. It's my first day. I'm brand new at this, right? Killing me. Alright, come on, let's see what happens. I shouldn't have went to 13. I should have only went to 12. Stupid. Oh well. It's early in the morning today, too. Hey, look at that! That's why I love this game. Because it went from level 0 to level 13. So we hit 3, we hit 6, we hit 9, and we hit 12. 4 times, 4 chances to pop on speed. How many times to pop on speed? Big fat fucking 0. That's how many times. That's why I love this game. Because I don't want speed souls. Speed souls are stupid. Who wants fast souls for speed? I mean, come on. I mean, this soul is so useful to me now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll find some use for it later at some point, I suppose. Killing me. Alright. Oops, wrong one. The amulet pack, right? Oh, okay, so it's 11 amulets and 10,000 coins for 1,000 jade. Alright. This one is rough because, unfortunately, there's just not a lot of other ways to get mystery amulets. I mean, there's a bunch of... Keep hitting the wrong button. There is a bunch of achievements that give you mystery amulets, and at the beginning of the game, mystery amulets are easy to get. At the very beginning of the game, very beginning, like the first month you play, mystery amulets are pretty easy to get because of all of the events and all of the all of the quests and achievements. After that, slows down hardcore. And your options for getting mystery amulets are become extremely limited. Sometimes you get lucky, you pull them out of a realm raid. I think I even got, I'm trying to remember where else I've even been able to get them. I mean, if your friend sends you one of these friend packs, you can get an AR amulet, at least right now anyway, which is almost just as good as, I mean, it's basically the same thing as a mystery amulet. You get them from events sometimes. I'm sure there's another place that I'm not thinking of. Oh, I know, mall packs. Some of the packs are like on the weekend here. And another day we're gonna have a 3-pack and a 1-pack. There was I mean, there's these ones are actually not too bad. That's not too bad of a deal if you're into spending money. But I mean, like, seriously, as far as drops in the game, they're really, really rare. So unfortunately, even though it's kind of not worth it, it's also kind of your almost only source of mystery amulets. Now, on the other hand, though, mystery amulets themselves are not actually as nearly as valuable in this game as like the summoning tools in like Summoner's War. The odds of summoning like an SR are actually fairly decent in this game. Sometimes. I mean, it seems to kind of go in waves, like where sometimes it's easy to get crap and other times it's not. I don't know, it's just luck or what, but I mean, because you have the demon parade, and if you save up your tickets and then just hit it hard for a little while, you can all of a sudden summon like crazy and get a lot of monsters that way. I mean, you'll get a lot of crap monsters too, but you can get, you know, a lot of stuff. And then there's also the shrine where you can exchange your you know, crap monsters and use them, maybe not necessarily for, or even if you have SRs that you have duplicates of or something like that, you can release those for, they're like 100 points a piece. I'm keeping these ones. But you can, you know, sometimes you can get like, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and pick her up. I want to have one at least. I'll pick her up. I'm going to do that. You can get skill ups and stuff, but I don't know that I necessarily care. I just want to have at least one, just because I'm a collector type. I like to collect things too. And these are limited edition, so I don't know, I haven't really paid attention to what her stuff is. I think I read it probably before. She's got, look at her attack is a D rating. What did that say? When encouraged by Peach, and raises the move bar of all allies by 15% and restores 15% of allies' hit points by 6% of their hit points. And then you can max skill it up to a 10% hit point recovery and a 25% move bar raise. Actually, it's not too bad. It's not a bad support monster. She's got a heal and a move bar raise. Now that we're in Otherworld together, I will protect you when damage is inflicted. Karashi has 30% chance of taking 50%. What? I'm confused. So there's 2 of them, right? What is going on? I will protect you when damage is inflicted. Karashi has a 30% chance of taking 50% of Peach Maki's damage. But it's actually... They're saying the rabbit takes 50% of her damage? Why am I What? But it's only one monster. I don't understand how that works. Does that just mean that her damage is reduced by 50%? Is that what it be, the 30% chance of taking 50% less damage? Alright, that's what I'm going to assume that means, because that confuses me. It's interesting monster, so it's only a 25% move bar raise instead of a 30%. But, But there's also a 10% heal. That's a pretty interesting support monster. I'm kind of curious. I wonder what her speed is after you evolve her. Too bad I don't have the evolve points to check. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? Oh yeah. So, coins. Okay. I was sort of wrong yesterday and sort of not wrong. Okay, so to have this discussion, though, I probably need to have a little bit of the free-to-play versus free-to-win versus pay-to-play, pay-to-win, whatever, discussion about this game. And to do that, I'm going to lead in with this current event, because these events piss me off, okay? So, we do have until April 15th, okay, which is, like, what is that, like 2 weeks? No, 11 days? So, the 5th, the 4th to the 15th, that's 11 days, right? To get 50 of these shards, and you get a chance of them being dropped when you summon. It's not 100% chance. And you also have a chance of getting them either by, you know, I'm going to do this real quick. So every 30 minutes you can come here and do this to fight him. Or if you're doing exploration zones, his appearance rate frequency is actually fairly high. The problem is his drop rate for shards is complete shit. Like, really terrible. Alright, we're gonna... Oops. I should have been paying attention. Anyways. His drop rate for shards is terrible. It's, like, really, really bad. If you fight him 10 times... You probably get 1 shard out of every 10 times you fight him. The good news, though, is... so you can only... If you do... This way, you can only do it every half hour, but his appearance rate from doing exploration zones is fairly high. But, you get... Around, depends on what level. Like here, it depends on what level you are, how many coins they drop. If you're higher, like this one's probably only gonna drop like 8k coins. But so this one's probably only gonna drop around like 8k coins. But you know, if you're a high level, they'll drop around like 10 or 12k coins. So you do, even if you don't get the shards, you do get pretty good coins out of it, which is a pretty good deal. Because you need coins a lot in this game. Alright, so what really irks me about these events is you've got 11 days to get these shards, and they are hard to get. And it's a limited time. Oh, see, look, I just got one. Yay! Yay! I got 10k coins out of that too, so that's cool. But, you got 11 days to get this, and they're limited time monsters, so the chances of actually getting him are pretty freaking rare. Okay, in this event here, only goes until the 10th, so it's only 6 days to get this done, from the 4th to the 10th. And after like 6 or 7 hours of grinding for paper dolls, I got one. And it says that it appears in battle, but you know, to be completely honest with you, in the exploration zones, I didn't even notice if there was a paper doll there. Because when you're grinding exploration zones, it gets boring and you do something else at the same time. It's just what you do. I mean, that's what I do. I was fighting and 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 fighting in like 3 hours a day for 2 days, plus maybe a little bit more even. And finally, one drops. And I got one that looks like this one here. It's I'll show you. It's a realm card. That's what it drops. It drops realm cards. It's just in a regular battle, though. Like in, see right here? You got this sucker right here. So it drops, it runs for 7 hours, and every hour it drops one random reward. It's Shikigami shards, and there's a chance that it will drop SSR shards. I'm going to put that one down next, so probably tomorrow I can let you guys know what kind of shards I got out of it. But I'm guessing there's going to be mostly SR shards with maybe like some SSR shards. I don't know. We'll see. But after 7 hours of grinding to get one, man, the drop rates for this event freaking blow. And with only 6 days, it really, especially for this particular one, it really feels really like they're trying to say, alright, you only got this much time, quick hurry up and buy a bunch of mystery amulets and spend a whole bunch of money, and that way you can summon, and you know, because everybody likes summoning anyway, and then you can get your limited edition SSR. And hurry up and spend a bunch of money. But let's make it, like, kind of confusing and kind of hopeful that they can go out and get the shards another way. And then they think that they can just grind like crazy, and then they'll have to spend more money to buy jade because they didn't get enough shards from summoning. Because I had a buddy, like, in my guild who's got summoned 130 times, and he only had, like, 32 shards from 130 summons. Yeah. So then he has to, like, grind like crazy for the next, like, 6 days or whatever it is in order to even get this limited edition SSR. Now, granted, it's a limited edition, and it's an SSR, so they do want to make it kind of difficult, but I do wish that this particular event ran a little bit longer. Just because it's limited edition, and people who, you know, play with... You gotta play a lot in this short period of time to get those. So it's rough. You know, I understand. Maybe they don't want it to be like a, hey, everybody's got one of these kind of things. But still, it's just, I don't know. It feels like they're really trying to suck the money out of you on this one. Okay. Enough. Alright, pay to play versus, or free to play versus pay to play. Pay to win versus free to win, right? So the whole thing is that coins, you need coins not just for upgrading souls, okay? You also need them for upgrading Shikigami. It gets pretty expensive, actually, because upgrading your Shikigami to G6 is almost, or G5 or G6 is almost as important as getting high-level souls. You need both. You really need the high-level souls, but you also need G6s. Because, the soul, your stats go up quite a bit from G5 to G6 max level. So, you get quite a bit more out of the percentages on your souls when you have a G6 Shikigami. And coins go fast in this game. Like, okay, I need to actually just come over here and do some releasing. Okay, I'm going to release these because I already sorted these out. They're all junk. Because this is the other way you can get coins. You can release souls. But I just released a bunch of grade 5 souls, and I got 28,000 coins, right? Which is almost nothing. You can spend that in the blink of an eye in this game. So, as much as it pains me to say this, you probably actually do need to spend some jade on coins. You can avoid it, but you are going to be grinding a lot. Although there are, you know, when it comes down to it, you should be grinding a lot anyways. I mean, that's what the game is. It's grinding. Okay, it's grinding. But when you grind for, like, crazy, super hardcore... So, like honestly, what I do is I release grade 5 souls a lot. Because, really, I mean, I would prefer to keep the grade 6s anyway. If I have a really good grade 5 soul, like a really good one, I might keep it until I get a really good G6 soul that's the same one. But typically, I don't keep many G5 souls anymore. So most of the time, I'm releasing those for coins. But it's usually not quite enough. I usually do still have to spend a little bit of jade on coins. Although so like today, I had 1.5 million coins, and right before the video, I went and made a bunch of, I maxed all these guys out. I made another G5. I leveled up a whole crap load of Shikigami. I spent about 600,000 coins just leveling up Shikigami and getting close to being able to make another grade 6. Which, by the way, I have no freaking idea. I guess I'm gonna do Shuten Doji next. Although I probably should just be focusing on getting a Bume. But on the other hand, I don't know. I've been tempted to try to move forward with the counter team, because I was having a lot of fun with that when I was doing that before just for when I did it for that, just for the video, one video I did like a few weeks ago. I had like a bunch of grade 3s, and I did the counter team, and even as grade 3s, they were doing Souls 6 fairly efficiently, and I was like, hey, this team's actually not bad. So I'm kind of interested in maybe trying that direction. But I don't know. Alright, I know this is a long video. You know, how's my battery life looking? Okay, alright. But, real quick, I just want to, if you guys are done, you know what, that's fine, great. I've talked about the game. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe. I am going to talk just a little bit right now about the whole shooting at YouTube headquarters. So if you guys aren't interested in that, I hope you enjoyed the other part of the video. If you are interested in hearing that, please feel free to stick around for that. It's just going to be me talking a little bit about that. So I don't know how much you guys heard about that. There was a Iranian woman. Now I say Iranian woman, but she's been living in the United States for 20 plus years, okay? She came here as a refugee. She had a YouTube channel, and she was complaining quite a bit, I guess, in her YouTube videos, that her views were going down, and the amount of money she was making, because she was having monetization issues, was going down. And she was basically complaining, saying that YouTube was restricting her because she wasn't white, or because she was female, she was being oppressed, and she was getting really upset with YouTube, and she was talking about this in a bunch of her videos, and she was basically blaming YouTube for her losing viewers, not getting the views she was getting before. But when you go watch her videos, it becomes apparent that she was kind of not right in the head, and there is a seriously large amount of mental illness running rampant in this country, and it really seriously concerns me. Like, seriously, you guys. Seriously. You know what? Seriously, you guys, I am really concerned about this. It's not good. It's really not good. I mean, to think that YouTube has wronged me, like, as a YouTuber, to think YouTube has wronged me. They have suppressed my... Now, I mean, granted, I'm a small YouTuber. I get that. I've only got 200 plus subscribers right now. I'm not even making money on videos at all. The new rules for YouTube is you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. So I'm not making money on videos at all. Not a single cent. I'm not really getting anything out of this other than information sharing. That's it. But I suppose if you had built a decent channel for a couple of years, and all of a sudden your subscriber base disappeared, and the channel was dying because nobody was paying attention, it would be really frustrating, especially if that's how you made your living. I know a lot of people make their living on YouTube. I mean, if you guys follow any tech channels, you probably know what happened to NCIX. They fell apart. They were a huge, very big, huge channel for a while. Facts channel, like, died, and it was like, that was a great channel. All of a sudden, it just was gone. I was like, what the heck? What happened? It was a great channel, had a crap ton of subscribers, and all of a sudden, it just died. But anyways, that was a slightly different issue, but I can see how that would be upsetting. But come on. You can't go shoot people at YouTube. Like, why would you think that's okay? I don't get it. Why would you think that's okay? Why would you think that was the way to handle things? I'm going to teach them. I'm going to drive over there and shoot people. That'll make them listen to me. No. Shush. That is not going to help your cause. Come on. Really? Really? Shooting people? That's what you have? Seriously? I don't know. Obviously, YouTube is a company. They're there to make money. They have to do what they have to do. If, you know, I personally don't think that things should be censored. To a point. I mean, there was like some issues a while back with on YouTube with somebody showing a real actual dead body, but I mean, that's what happens when you have a free platform like this. Sometimes people sneak things through on you, and then you have to catch it later on and demonetize it. That's just the way things are set up. Because there's so many YouTube videos, so many YouTubers uploading videos, there's no way that they could possibly ever staff enough people to review these videos before they go up. You know, they just have to work on their algorithms or whatever and do the best they can. And, you know, I could go into the whole, you know, the cuss words and demonetizing because of people using bad language, or, you know, because there's kids that watch YouTube now. I have children, and they watch YouTube, like, quite a bit. They do. So I understand people not wanting, YouTube does feel like it needs a little bit of some way to get into the rating system. I don't know how they would do that, because I understand the whole wanting to censor children. Although my actual views on dirty words and the F word and the S word and the C word is, really, seriously, guys, I mean, they're words. Who was the jackass that decided that these words are bad and people shouldn't hear them? And it irritates the ever-living crap out of me, because it's a word. It's a sound coming out of your mouth. Why would that particular word be like a big no-no and you shouldn't say that? It's just stupid. It's really stupid. Well, and people would say, well, it's, you know, what's behind the word that's the problem. No, it's people are pussies and get offended too easy. That's the problem. Give me a break. Give me a break. Seriously. Being offended is the problem. That is the problem. It's just like the race issue. The problem is that people won't let it die. If you want racism to disappear, everybody needs to let it die. Especially the people who are claiming it all the time for no reason. And I hate to say this, but Morgan Freeman, when he said it, was right. Black History Month is a problem. What month is White History Month? Seriously. It's stupid. When you celebrate your differences and say that, hey, we need to point out, that isn't helping things at all. No, stop bringing attention to it. We're all human beings, you guys. Seriously, we are all human beings. Stop bringing color into it. Stop bringing race into it. Seriously. Stop it. It's not the problem. It's not race. It's upbringing. that is the problem. It's how people are raised that are a problem. It has nothing to do with race. Nothing at all. Wow, I got way off track. Okay. Sorry, I was totally venting. Anyways, so the YouTube shooting. How did I get so far off track? So, she freaked out and was going on, and her family realized that she was, heading towards YouTube headquarters. They were like, hey, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, I'm over here. I'm heading this way. And they're like, they kind of put two and two together. Wait a minute, that's where YouTube headquarters is. And she's been venting and bitching and complaining about YouTube like a lot. And her father was like sort of worried about her and was like, you know what? I'm going to call the police over there and let her know she's like over here and kind of in her car and heading towards YouTube and pissed off. And her father called the police over there, and the police actually talked to this lady and checked her out, and she played it off like it was no big deal, and they let her go. And then she went to a shooting range and practiced shooting, and then went to, I'm not sure if that happened before or after the police talked to her, to be honest with you, but she did go to a shooting range and test out her gun, and then she went to YouTube and shot and wounded, was it 3 or 4 people, I forget the number, and then she killed herself. Obviously, this lady was mentally disturbed. For the love of God, if you guys blame the guns and the gun control, I'm going to lose my mind. It's nothing to do with it. There is mental illness running rampant in this country, and that is what needs the attention. It's nothing to do with guns and gun control. Taking the guns away from all the citizens isn't going to help anything, because it's only going to take the guns away from the good people. The bad people will still have guns, and the government will still have guns. That's not going to help anything at all. Literally not at all. If somebody who's upset enough wants to get a gun, you will always, always, always be able to get guns. Maybe on the black market. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer. But people will still be pissed off because there's too much mental illness going around. And they will eventually get a hold of a gun and do bad things. The only thing it's going to do is take guns away from people who are not crazy. Okay, you see that? That's not really true either, though, because you could debate that. I don't want to get into the gun debate. I don't, because I could talk for like another 3 hours. I didn't want to go down that path. And I'm running out of time because my phone's almost dead. So, but I do want to say that I hope YouTube doesn't change any policies because of what happened, or, if they want to do some reviews and make sure that they feel like everything's safe and everything's good and that their procedures are right. But I don't think that YouTube did anything wrong in this situation, and I hope that they don't have any knee-jerk reactions like corporate offices often do and be like, oh no, this happened, we need to change everything. No, don't do that. That's like the same thing as admitting you were wrong, for one thing, and two, I don't think that you guys were doing anything wrong. You have your algorithm set up, and if you need to review some stuff and, make improvements, that's fine, but I don't think that this should be the catalyst for that. Alright, I'm done venting now. You guys have a good one. Peace out.